What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. We're going to be making our Clasico predictions for this weekend. So in this video, we're just basically going to be breaking down what we think is going to happen in the Clasico and how we think the match is going to go, and just a brief discussion about the whole game in general.
As you know, El Clasico is the biggest game in football, so it's very, very important that Footy talks that. As you know, we are rival fans.
Obviously, I'm a Madrid fan and he's also a Barcelona
fan. So this is the most important game.
And this is a very, very important topic for us.
And it's very key to the La Liga race in general, because I believe this season is also a two-horse race between Real Madrid and Barcelona to win the title.
I don't think any other club in La Liga is going to compete with us.
They're not competitive enough.
Because Atletico didn't really start, even though they won against Madrid, I don't think they started the season.
They don't have the consistency.
And they didn't start the season well, so I think it's going to be a two-man race. So for me, let me just start from my side. Why I think Madrid is going to win this match, and I'm just going to basically explain why I think Madrid is going to win the match. So defensively, from last season, like Madrid's defense was the 4 games against Barcelona, we lost all 4. The old defense, Madrid's was the attack was decent, but the worst part of the field for Real Madrid was the defense. The defense was terrible. We didn't have subs. We didn't have players to bring on. The only players that were fit for us in the defense was Rudiger, Asensio. Who else was there?
Rudiger.
Ferramendi was off and on. Joan Garcia. Oh God, that guy. I don't even have time to discuss about that guy. That guy, for me, I think he's Madrid's worst defender.
He's an attacking fullback.
At the same time, that's the thing. When he goes forward, he doesn't do anything.
He doesn't do much.
And
defensively, he's weak. Your mouth told you. Remember Copa del Rey final?
It was too much. So I think Madrid's last season, Madrid's defense was very, very poor, and I think this season there's been a massive improvement. Like Dean Huijsen for me has been Madrid's best defender, not best centre back, best defender. He's good on the ball. He basically controls the back line. He coordinates. So for me, I think Militao and Huijsen have been very, very solid for Madrid. Very, very solid. And for me, I think the left back position where I have Alvaro. Alvaro for me is fantastic on the ball. Going forward, he plays well with Vini. You can see that Vini has improved, because for me, I think Alvaro, when he came on, he basically
gives Vini more freedom.
Yeah, he gives Vini more freedom, and he gives Vini the ball in the right position, and Vini also gives him the ball back in the right position. So for me, I think, and defensively, it's actually, it might not be the best, but it's actually solid. So
I remember game one, he made like
off
the line
clearance. So I think
it's solid defensively.
It's solid defensively. So I think the defense has improved massively, and on the with the right back, both Trent and Carvajal are both back. So depending on how when Madrid plays with Trent, it's basically a back 3 with Alvaro, Dean, and Militao, and I'm very comfortable with that. So they are good on the ball, they press high. So for me, I think the most important part of the field that Madrid lacked last season has been, it has basically been improved. So I think Madrid will have a solid chance.
I want to just talk about how much Trent has improved in his defending. Like, I've watched a few Real Madrid games. He's not the best in the world or something at defending, but it's clear that there's an obvious improvement. From last season, he was, in my opinion, terrible. I remember that game that Doku completed like the most dribbles in the Premier League game against one player.
Same
Trent.
And he repeated the same skill over and over.
I think like 7 or 8 times.
With the criticism Trent has had about his defensive ability, I think he has improved a lot. So for me, I think Trent has improved solidly, and of course we can't forget Carvajal. Carvajal is fantastic on the ball. Even when he came back from his injury, he's giving Trent a battle for his position. So I think with the right back position, Madrid is solid with the defense. So what do you have to say with Barcelona?
Barcelona now. The defense. Let's start with the defense. I feel like our defense is a little bit worse than last season. It's a little bit worse, and very good teams would expose our backline. Like last season, we got a taste of it with Inter in the semi-final, and they really, really did a good job.
Same with the PSG game.
At exposing a backline. Very well. And so, my problem with Hansi Flick and his stubbornness is that when we have the lead, we don't defend. We're still playing high risk. Like I remember when we had the lead against PSG, could have sat back, we could have slowed down the game. But Hansi still wanted to make the game quick and fast. But good teams will expose your highline. Good teams will, and the PSG exposed it time and time again. And I feel they were the better team overall. I think they deserved the win.
Very, very lovely game.
And that was their B attack. That was their B team attack. Like the attack was Mayulu, Mbaye, and Bakola. Imagine they had Dembele, Kvaratskhelia, and Doué. It would have been way worse. So I feel that our defense is a little bit worse than last season. It lacks that leadership that Inigo Martinez brought last season. Inigo Martinez brought organization. He brought accountability.
Martinez was very strong.
Very strong for the defense last season. So I think we are a bit worse. And I feel like a Clasico will either tell two things. Will either tell us two things. Either our defense is still world class, or it needs a lot of improvement. Because beating Girona, anybody can beat Girona. Girona are like, I think they're 19th or something. So anybody can beat Girona. So the Clasico is going to tell us if our defense is still world class and if we can still compete at the highest level in midfield. So it's going to tell us that, and then give our predictions ASAP.
So for obviously for Madrid, beginning of the season we missed. We didn't have Cavani, we didn't have Jude Bellingham, and now they're back and you can see that they are getting into their flow, their rhythm, especially Cavani. So for me, I think the midfield for Madrid is going to be is either you win the battle or you lose the battle. But I think with this set of players Madrid have right now, we should win the battle because for me, Tchouaméni has improved massively. Xabi Alonso did a fantastic job with Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni wasn't really the best last season, but this season he has improved. The way he drops with the two centre backs and stays in the middle with them, dictates play and everything.
I feel like he has learned a lot from Xabi Alonso.
Yeah,
Xabi Alonso too was a CDM.
Yeah, so he has learned a lot from it. So I think the midfield has improved a lot. And obviously, Valverde, his work rate is insane. He moves up and down the field. He's very strong on the ball. He has good shooting, good defensive, he's an all-round player. And for me, Real Madrid's second best player this season so far is Arda Güler. Arda Güler has been fantastic this season for Madrid. He has created a lot of chances for them. He has basically, he has formed into the player we've all wanted for the past 2 years. He creates more, he scores. I think he has 4 goals and 4 assists.
I think he has the most assists in La Liga.
He's the top assistant in La Liga. So I think Arda Güler has really improved for Madrid so far this season. Yeah, he has 3 goals, 3 assists in La Liga. So I think that's 6-goal contribution in 8 games. So for me, I think Arda Güler as an attacking midfielder, he has improved for me, and I think if Madrid can isolate Pedri, for me, I think we'll win the midfield battle because for me, Pedri is the best midfielder in the world, and I think so. For me, I feel like I want Jude Bellingham to play, and I want Jude to play as an 8 and Arda as a 10. So I want the midfield to be Jude, Tchouaméni, Arda, with Jude playing as an 8 because I feel for me I think Jude's best
box to box.
Yeah, I think Jude's best position is an 8 because he can score goals, he can create chances, but I feel for me Jude is such an all-rounded midfielder. He can defend, he can tackle, he's strong on the ball, he can run. So I think for me, Jude should play as the 8 and Tchouaméni as the 6 and obviously Arda Güler as the 10. Which that leaves us with Valverde. And you're going to ask me where should we play Valverde? I think because Trent and Carvajal are just coming back from injuries. So I think Valverde should start the game as a right back. So I think Valverde should start as a right back. Then later on in the game, you can bring on Camavinga. Camavinga is playing well. He's playing fantastic. You can bring on Camavinga. You can bring on Trent. You can bring on so many players. You can even the last game we had, Ceballos was very good. Ceballos for me.
That's so underrated.
He impressed me. His work rate was fantastic. What was the game?
So he's a utility player. I can
see Ceballos was very fantastic. The match against the match against Villarreal, Ceballos was very good for me. So I think, and the match against Levante. So for me, I think Ceballos can come on and make an impact. And also in the attack, this is what makes Madrid dangerous for me. Kylian Mbappe has started the season fantastic. I think it's probably only the 3 strikers in the world, Kane, Haaland, and Mbappe, have started the season very good. So I think is what is up there with the best strikers in the world. He has scored 9 goals, 2 assists in La Liga only. So I think for me, if he can, with the eye line that Barcelona plays, if Kylian Mbappe can time his run.
If you can get
He's
Mbappe
hands
past
down
that
the
island,
fastest player in the world.
Nobody's
So,
catching up.
how does he know? I could say it anyway. How does he know what to do on that island? How does he doesn't know how to play an island? So he pushes forward a lot. So I think for me, if Mbappe can time his run very well and let Ada find him, let Jude find him, I think it's going to be very, 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 very important for Madrid. And later on in the game, when you have players like Trent that can find passes from anywhere on the field, so I think this if Mbappe performs this game, if he performs and he shows the world that he's the best player in the world, it's an early prediction for the Ballon d'Or next year. So I think Mbappe started the season fantastically, and obviously, for me, on the left wing, I've just has to be Vinicius Junior. For me, Vinicius Junior started the season very, very good. There are still some tweaks in his game where I feel like he made the wrong decision at the wrong time, but at the same time, he has started the season fantastically. So I think Vinicius Junior will be a very, very important player in that game. Same way I feel like Kylian can time his own. Same goes for Vini. If Kylian sometimes drops and like makes plays with Adegule, links up with Adegule, then make the run for Vini, I think it's very dangerous. Madrid can exploit that with Barca, because I feel like for me, the island that Barca is playing right now is not really the best, and it's not for you to play an island, your whole defense line has to be coordinated. The whole back line has to be coordinated. So for me, Koundé hasn't started the season in Wales. If you watch the PSG game,
Koundé was making
lots of mistakes, and he left back. Mendes ripped him up. So I think if Madrid play it well, they're going to have a very, very good game. Vini and what they call him, Kylian will have a very, very good game. And obviously on the right hand side, personally for me, I want Rodrigo to play. He was good during the international break, but for me, it's clear that Xavi Alonso doesn't want to play him on the right.
He wants an actual left-footed player on
because Xavi, anytime Rodrigo plays, he plays on the. It's like comes up for Vini or he starts. And I know him starting your Clasico over Vini. So I think Xavi doesn't want Rodrigo to be playing on the right wing anymore. So that leaves us with Mastantuano. So for me, Mastantuano is a very, very talented player, very, very good player. But for me, I don't think he should be starting.
I don't think he's ready to start.
I don't think he should be starting week in, week out. You can see sparks in his game where you're like, this is a very, very talented player. But at the same time, if you watch some of his games, sometimes he has you can tell that he's a teenager. So I feel like he should not be starting week in, week out. But for me, he has started the season well. It can be a bit better, but at the same time, you have to understand that he's also a teenager, 18, just turned 18. So for me, you can see sparks in his game where he is actually a very, very talented player. But at the same time, you can see the little errors in his game and that. So for me, I think Marston can be a very, very important player when he links up with Ada and whoever is playing with him with Valverde, and defensively he can contribute a lot to the team. He tracks back a lot. You can see that he has the energy in him, he has the passion in him. So that's what I like about him. He has that mentality. So that's what I like about him. And also you can play Brahim Diaz. Brahim Diaz for me is a fantastic player. He's good on the ball. He creates chances.
He's super
very, 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 very good player. And also obviously the person that performed in the Club World Cup for me, Fran Garcia. I don't know why he hasn't had chances to play this season. Gonzalo Garcia. For me, Gonzalo
hasn't played this season.
Gonzalo is a very good striker. So I think sometimes when Vini goes off, Kylian moves to the left, and Gonzalo moves to the middle. So I don't know where Xavi hasn't really used him like that, but I have faith in Xavi. So I think Madrid's attack can really trouble Barcelona's defense, because the way Barcelona's defense is moving right now is very, very poor. So Madrid has quick players to exploit that position. So
So the Barcelona's midfield and attack, very simple. Our midfield, I still think we have top 3 midfield in the world with De Jong, Pedri, and a Cam. And that Cam has to be, for me, Fermin. Because Olmo was out with an injury again. Olmo is injury prone. I don't think he should even be in the Barcelona squad. I feel he's a flop for me. Last season he showed some glimpses of
Olmo
is quite... I feel Olmo is too inconsistent.
He's very inconsistent to be
so for me, playing for Barcelona week in, week out.
There's some games where you like Barca playing 10v11 because
Olmo does not do anything. He didn't do anything.
I didn't even know he was playing the game.
I didn't know he was against PSG. I didn't know he was playing. And he's our Cam, and our Cam is one of the most important positions. Imagine, look at another team that Hansi Flick has coached, Bayern 2020. Who was their Cam? Muller. Muller was everywhere, and Muller was noticeable in every game. I can never forget that 8-2 that Bayern handed Barcelona. Muller was one of their key players in that game, and you need your number 10 to be active in every match that you play. Else he cannot be the number 10. So for me, actually, a better number 10 for me is Fermin Lopez, because Fermin Lopez is very good technically. He scores goals actually. He creates assists. He tracks back. He's very aggressive, very physical, and he loves the club. For me, Fermin Lopez, he loves the club, and I feel he should start. Even when Olmo is back, he should start. So for me, my midfield three is De Jong, Pedri, and Fermin Lopez for the Clasico. Now moving on to the attack. Our attack hasn't been the best this season, of course, with injuries all over our attack. I mean, Rafinha has been injured, Lewandowski has been injured, Yamal has been injured, Ferran is injured. So our attack isn't really the best heading into a Clasico, but I still feel we can pull off a decent job with creating chances and scoring goals. On the right, I feel Yamal has to start. Yamal has to start. Injury or not, Yamal has to start. Unless he's totally unfit to play, Yamal has to start, because I feel he's our best right winger. And you can bring him off for the new signing, Rooney Baji. You can bring him off in the later
Rooney, I think Rooney is a bit selfish sometimes.
Yeah, he's a bit selfish. Yeah, when he comes on, there was a time I believe it was the Valencia game. Like there was a good pass he could have given to Rashford.
Yeah, Rashford and he shot,
but he just shot, and that's what was complaining. So we can bring on Baji, but I feel Yamal has to start in the striker position. I feel if Ferran is not back, Lewandowski has to play. Ferran is not back, but I don't think Hansi Flick even trusts Lewandowski. So I feel actually if Rafinha can get fit, he's going to move Rashford to the striker position and move Rafinha to the left wing.
I don't think Rafinha will be fit before the Clasico.
Yeah, I don't think so. But some tests have been going on, and they haven't, and it has been green for Rafinha. So I feel he can actually come back before the Clasico. But if he doesn't come back, Lewandowski will play, and the left winger will be Marcus Rashford. Overall, my formation for the Clasico will be a 4-2-3-1. 4 at the back will be, my left back will be.
Sorry, I want to talk about Marcus Rashford. For me, Marcus Rashford has been very good.
Yeah, I think he has been our best player this season.
Yeah, because for me, he has improved his creativity.
Played almost every single game.
He has improved not just his goal scoring, he has improved his creativity. He has 3 assists in the league already. So for me, I think you can tell that Rashford has something to prove to the whole world. So I think he has improved his creativity, and I think Rashford has been one of Barcelona's, after Pedri, I think he has been their second best player this season.
Yeah, our best attacker, of course.
Yeah, I think he has been the best attacker for Barcelona. So I think Rashford can cause problems for Madrid, but we'll see. So my formation for this is what I want Madrid to play. I want Madrid to play, of course, a 4-3-3. So my goalkeeper, of course, Thibaut Courtois. No question about that. And my back four should be Alvaro, Denoisen, Eder Militao, and Valverde. And my midfield three should be Tchouaméni, Jude, and Hada as Odegaard as the 10. And what I want, this is what I want, but I don't think this is what Xavi will play. Yeah. I want Vini on the left, Kylian in the middle, and Rodrigo on the right. But I don't think Xavi will play that. So I think Xavi will put Master on the right wing. So I think that's the team Madrid is going to play with.
Yeah, for the Clasico Barcelona, I think we're going to stick to our classic 4-2-3-1. Joao Garcia isn't fit. I don't think he will be fit for the Clasico too. So Chesney will keep. And my right back, Koundé, of course. 2 centre backs will be Kubasi and I think Araujo. Araujo is the most fit centre back. I think Christensen, I think he's out. I'm not sure, but the left back will be Balde. The 2 pivots, 4-2-3-1. So the 2 CDMs will be Pedri and De Jong. My cam for me will be Fermin Lopez. My right winger Yamal, striker Lewandowski, and left winger Rashford. I feel that if we can get all these players fit for the Clasico, I feel we can cause some problems. I'm not saying it's a guaranteed win, but we can cause some problems around Madrid and really threaten them. So, and another factor that plays in this is that Hansi Flick will not be available. He won't be on the touchline for the Clasico, and I feel that can actually be a bad thing because Hansi Flick is one of our biggest motivators and he's one of the biggest tactical changes. He brings a lot of tactical changes in the match. So not having him on the touchline, I feel is a disadvantage. But I still think Barcelona can still cause some problems. So what are your predictions for the game?
I think it's going to be. I feel like Barcelona will score. I think this might sound very, very. I think it's going to be a comfortable 3-1 win for Real Madrid. Kylian Mbappe with 2 goals and Odegaard with the 3rd goal. So I'm going to go with Madrid win 3-1 to Real Madrid. What about you?
I'm not really feeling confident for the Clasico, but I'm going to go with some optimism, and I feel Barcelona can just get a 2-2 draw. 2-2 draw at the Bernabeu.
Yeah,
I feel that would be such a good achievement because
a 2-2 draw would be a.
Real Madrid I don't think they have any injuries which are plaguing, but Barcelona we have and this goalkeeper Cam.
I think
so
Joan
if we
Garcia
can
has probably
squeeze-
been your best, most important
Yeah, he has
player.
been our most important player. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, he's been our most important player. Not our best, but most important. So I feel if you can squeeze a 2-2 draw out of the El Clasico, I feel that would be a very good result because speaking of the injuries, like they are really limiting us. So I think a 2-2 draw is my prediction.
So you've listened to our predictions for the El Clasico.
You can put yours in the comments.
You can put yours in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.